I had an AIDS scare this year. Yeah, I did. And you're like, Pete, wow, what's going on in your life? Are you sharing needles? You doing heroin? Are you having tons of unprotected sex? No, Kanye told me I had AIDS. And he's a genius. So I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, I better call my doctor. The guy who made College Dropout thinks I have AIDS. So I went to the doctor. I actually got checked because I was like, maybe he's right. I don't know. I was like, I don't know. So my doctor told me I don't have AIDS. I just look like I have it. So it's a completely different thing. You know what's really funny about that? AIDS is just such an old school like thing. They're like, you have AIDS. It's like it's just such a 90s, early 2000s thing to like, you know what I mean? John Mulaney called me and he's like, AIDS, you should spread a rumor that he has polio. Does anybody else secretly hope that like Kanye pulls like a Mrs. Doubtfire? I come home one day and they're like, this is the new housekeeper. And he's like, what's up, Bam? Yeah, it's a really weird thing to go through. Like, because, you know, people try to give you advice, but even friends that are like older, they're like, I don't know. He's like, it looks pretty bad, bro. I hope. Good luck. Sorry. Here if you need. But like, no advice. No one was like, this is what you do. Everyone was like, oh, yeah. You staying with your mom? You in a safe spot? But people ask me weird questions. So that's the only thing I don't like. They ask you weird stuff. Like the other day, somebody came up to me and was like, I heard you're friends with Jack Harlow. And I am. He's a very great, talented rapper. He's a cool dude. Nice guy. So we're pals, right? And Kanye put him on his new album. Even though I've been friends with him for like 2-3 years, you know, he did it anyway. And people come up to me and they're like, how does that make you feel? Does that bother you? Does that get under your skin? And I'm like, no, he's a rapper. That's his field. That's what they do. That doesn't hurt my feelings. It would hurt my feelings if I saw like Bill Burr at Sunday service. I'm like, what the fuck, Bill? He'd be like, fine God, Petey, go fuck yourself. Jesus. Yeah, I don't get it. A lot of people are very angry at me. There's like, it's always 50-50 when I go outside. Yeah, it is. It's always 50-50. Either someone's just like, hey man, you're really cool. That's great. Or someone's like, hey yo, fuck you. Fuck you. Yeah, you. I'm like, can't be me. It's weird. It's all weird because right before December 2021, I call it the before time. Before my life was ruined. It was like COVID happened, and then it's like another COVID happened personally to me. That was a really good month, December 2021. I remember I went to a Knicks game with my good pals, John Stewart and Chris Rock, right? So we went to this Knicks game. Yeah, they're the best. And very hilarious that they hang out with me. It's really weird. But I'm stoked because they're like, you know, heroes. So we're watching the game, and it's the game when Steph Curry breaks like the three-point record, right? And I remember he broke the three-point record in like the first quarter, and just somehow how we were placed, because like he shot it from over there, and me, John, and Chris were under the basket. So like in the picture that everybody put out, that's like, here's him breaking the record. Us three are just like we all look, we completely photobombed like his like whatever basketball card that's gonna be like forever. And it was such a good night, but it's just so weird because like since then, horrible things have happened to me and Chris. So John Stewart, if you're watching, watch your fucking back. lucky bastard. It's like Chris gets slapped, I get decapitated, then Jon Stewart wins the Mark Twain Award. So, I haven't been on stage much, but I've been trying to make a joke about Epstein's plane funny. That's usually how it goes. In any room that I ever pitch this joke on. But I just, hear me out. The guy, obviously, bad dude. You gotta get that out of the way, right? Bad dude, shouldn't do that stuff. But I didn't understand why people were mad at, all the dudes that, took a free plane ride. The Jeffrey Epstein doc came out, and this dude, raped and did a bunch of terrible stuff to, little young girls. And then people would be like, can you believe Chris Tucker rode on that plane? It's like, yeah, have you ever tried to fly commercial to fucking LA to New York? It's a fucking nightmare. Because I've been in situations now, let me rephrase that. I know a dude who gives me free plane rides, right? I don't really know what he does. He tells me he's in the waste management business. That's what he says. I'm in the waste management. I'm a garbage man. I go, yeah, tons of garbage men have private jets, so. But I just don't ask. I'm like, okay, whatever, Because I don't think there's anything wrong with taking the plane with the guy. You don't have to support what the guy does. So I fly with one pedophile, right? If you fly commercial, there's at least 5 pedophiles. And you don't know who they are. I know who mine is. It's right in front of me. With a mimosa and some strawberry chocolates. Thank you guys for being out here. You guys ready to start?
Pleasure to be in front of y'all tonight. My name is Nico White. I made a very simple goal, and that is to mind my business at the highest level possible. Now, I take this very seriously. You guys in here tonight, I appreciate that while you're in here. Once we get outside, whatever happens to you is not my business. You understand me? If we in here, we cool. You outside, you getting robbed, you see me, don't make eye contact. Because I'm telling you now, if you look at me, Nico, help. Hey, man, it was a good show. I'ma holler at you. I mind my business. Now, recently, I went to get a haircut. Soon as I walked into the barbershop, my barber go, hey, man, you see this shit with Dwayne Wade's son? No. That's not my business. I got bills, bro. I got a whole real life. Do you understand that where I live, I have a crackhead doorman? And where I live, we don't hire doormen. This lady just showed up one day. She held the door for one person, and she's been back every day since. And what pisses me off is that she has a custom greeting just for me. When I walk in the building, she goes, Mr. Nico White, ow, ow, ow. What the fuck does that mean? Ow, ow, ow. I don't speak crack Morse code. What are you saying to me? So no, I don't know what's going on with Dwayne Wade or his rich-ass kid. I said that, my barber go, nah. See, Dwayne Wade had a son that was born a boy, but now at 11 years old, his son say, I'm a woman on the inside. So now when he get older, he gonna chop his dick off, and he gonna become a woman. Now, ain't that shit weird? I'm here for a fade, man. A little off the side, square in the back. What are you doing right now? Do you realize that it's only 10:02 in the morning? Do you know that? Do you know I smoked the sativa before I came here? Do you know that? Do you know how paranoid I am right now? And you gonna ask me that cancelable ass question in front of all these mirrors in this barbershop? Do you know how many me's I see in either direction right now? I'm here for a fade, man. Little off the side, square in the back. My barber didn't flinch. Ain't that shit weird? Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Did you know what an 11-year-old you not related to want to do with they dick? That's very weird. I'm just saying. I have a nephew that's 11. Know what I know about him? He 11, and that's where it stopped. I don't know nothing extra. I don't know his name. I don't know his birthday. And I don't know his dick aspirations, but he 11. When I said that, my barber goes, all right, Mr. Holier Than Thou, what if it was your son? What if it was my son? I'd still need a fade. But you want to play hypotheticals with me? I do that all day, brother. Let's do that. What if it was my son? I can see that. I can see me walking to my son's room, knocking on his door. Hey, baby boy, look here. Your pop is tired. Would you mind taking the garbage out for me, big dog? I'd really appreciate that. Dad. Yeah, what's going on? You know when a kid think they really telling you something? Dad, I'm a woman on the inside. I just asked you to take out the garbage. Did you know it was only 10:02 in the morning right now? Did you know that? You know I smoked the sativa before I came in here. You ever notice how many mirrors you got in your room? I'll be right back, kid. Okay. Hey, baby girl, would you mind taking that garbage out for your Popeye? LA, you've been excellent.
Right? So we see a lot of crazy stuff. But I saw something on a plane the other day that I couldn't believe was on a plane. It's just a guy with a falcon. And it wasn't in a cage, just on his arm. And I was like, how is that allowed on a plane? You can just bring a falcon on a plane? I can't bring 4 ounces of water on a plane. But I can bring a falcon? Birds of prey, no problem. That's crazy. I started thinking about it. I'm like, the idea of a falcon having to fly in a plane. Flight was only an hour. The falcon could easily fly there on its own. I was convinced that right before we actually got on the plane,